7 de outubro de 2023. O Hamas invade uma rave na fronteira entre Israel e a faixa de Gaza. Das 4.000 pessoas que estão no festival de música eletrônica, cerca de 250 são sequestradas e levadas para cativeiros em território palestino, a 5 quilômetros de distância. O israelense Omer Shentov foi um deles. O jovem tinha 20 anos. Na ocasião, ele vestiu uma camisa da seleção brasileira. Omer foi libertado em fevereiro de 2025, após ficar 505 dias refém. O israelense passou por uma semana em São Paulo, onde conversou com a reportagem do Metrópoles sobre esse longo período de sofrimento, marcado pela fome e tortura psicológica.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. How were your days in captivity?
It's a big question. It really depends on the time, but most of the days were really, really difficult. Starvation, being alone, isolated in small cages. I had a period of time for 50 days straight that I was living inside a small cage. This cage, I couldn't stand up. I could not spread my arms out. This is the best I could do. And if I were to stand up, I had to crouch. I was most of the time there was complete darkness. There were times that I felt blind, stuck there. It was the first week I was there in this 50-day period of time. The first week it was a piece of bread a day, then it became half a piece of bread, and it became a quarter piece of bread. And the last week for me there, it became a biscuit a day, one biscuit a day, with a couple of sips of the ocean water. So it's salty water. So even if you drink, you get more and more thirsty. And I did not shower for 90 days straight. I was filthy, and I could scrub the dirt of my skin every time I was scrubbing. I could feel it because I couldn't really see. And while I was inside this cage and I did not have much food, I could tell that I saw the terrorists, the Hamas terrorists, gaining weight. Yeah, and I could see them moving food from place to place. They didn't give me that. You think, and everyone forgets about it because you're not really. You cannot really see media. You cannot really see the outside world. Yeah, so the terrorists, they come to you and they tell you, listen, everyone forgot about you. No one cares about you. Your family, we don't care about you. So it's something it's very hard to believe, but at the same time, it affects you anyway.
It's a torture.
Yeah, it's torture. I go out with my friends, like any other person in the world, just to have fun and to dance. Suddenly we hear gunshots from everywhere. I remember seeing people dropping down the floor. At some point, we got inside a vehicle and we started to drive away. And Hamas terrorists, they blocked a road where we drove, and they opened fire at us while we're inside the car. Maya, she's from us, and she was kidnapping me, my aunt. I remember she was at the back of the vehicle. Okay, I was in front, and while the terrorists shot us, Maya, she spoke on the phone with her father, and I can remember Maya screaming, "Dad, I've been shot! I love you. I'm going to die." And after the shooting stops, terrorists, they come and they pull us out of the vehicle. They drop us to the floor. They kick us and they drive to Gaza. And I remember that when we got into Gaza, I couldn't see anything. I could only see the sky because that was the back of the truck.
Did you feel like you were going to die?
Wow, that's a good question. I always believed that I'd go back home. That's first of all. I always believe that I'm going back home. I don't think that I I didn't thought that I'm going to die. I was prepared to die. I was ready to die. Okay. At some point, you understand that at some point in life you're gonna die anyway. So I told myself, okay, it's gonna happen, or it's gonna happen here, or it's gonna happen after. Yeah. So I've accepted death.
And what did you learn about yourself during the captivity?
I've learned that I have the ability to survive. First of all, from the moment I was kidnapped, I just instantly, uh, I came to this. I turned on this survivor mode. Um, that even in the first few minutes, they tried to make connection with the terrorists. So I'm laying down on the floor. My hands are tied behind my back, and there's terrorists right next to me. Seats right next to me, and it's only us, me and them, at the room. And suddenly, I have this instinct that I should make the connection with him. So I look at him, and I tell him, "What's your name?" And he tells me his name, and I tell him, "My name is Omer. Nice to meet you." And suddenly he asked me this question. He asked me if I know this famous Israeli singer, a woman singer, a pop singer. And I tell him yes that I know. And he tells me, okay, sing something for him. So I start singing for him while I'm there tied on the floor. And I made this small connection with him, that made me just survive a bit more.
And what went through your mind to keep the hope alive?
Ah, for me, it's the faith in God. Uh, I came from a house that it's very optimistic. Uh, I'm not religious. I've never been religious. But ever since I got there, from the day of the seventh, from the day of the attack, for some reason my faith in God just became stronger and stronger every day. I could see miracles throughout the time there. So it's really the faith in God. But at the end of the day, God puts you in a place for a reason. Yeah. And you just have to deal with it. You don't have control over it. So I have just accepted that I'm here right now. This is what God gave me. He gave me this for a reason.
You weren't very religious, like you said. Yeah. How did you find this strength to endure the days in the captivity?
Wow, it's a miracle. I don't know. I believe that first of all, my family, while they were all, my mom and a lot of other people, they prayed a lot for me. Yeah, so I I can tell you that even at the darkest times, at the time of the 50 days, yeah, that I was in complete darkness, I could hear the light. I could hear the prayers. Yeah, so I believe the prayers, the energy that was sent to me, I received it, and this is what helped me.
Besides the prayers, did you create any ritual to keep?
Yeah, yeah. So first of all, in Judaism, every day we wake up, we have to say a prayer and say Modani. So we thank God that He brought back our soul to our body after the night. And so we do it every morning. And at night, before I went to sleep, and those 5 minutes that I would speak with God.
Did this experience change your perspective about the conflict between Israel and Palestine, or not?
Good question. I don't want to get into one.
Okay. You were wearing a Brazilian national team T-shirt when you were kidnapped, right? What's the story behind the shirt? And does it hold any special meaning for you, the shirt?
Yeah, first of all, I love Brazil. I really truly love Brazil. I love the energy of people. It's warm and it's happy and it's it's all about family and I don't know, it's something here that reminds me a bit of Israel. So first of all, I love Brazil. I love soccer. And this was the shirt of Ronaldo Lima, one of the legends. And this was a shirt I can tell that the kind of this music festival that I went to is it's a trance festival. Um, so this was like my lucky T-shirt.
Still, we are already talking.
Still, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the colors. I love the vibe. I love the energy. It's everything.
Have you been here before?
No, my first time.
First time?
I can't tell you that the first couple of days, after maybe a week, I was there. They took my clothes. They took my T-shirt and my pants. They gave me like something else, so no one could recognize me because I walked in the streets of Gaza, so something that no one could recognize me.
Can you describe your release? How it was?
Yeah. So it was Saturday. It was the February 22nd. Early in the morning, I remember the terrorists they came inside the tunnel and they tell me to dress up me and other two hostages that they were united for the last 3 days for us together. We got inside a vehicle and we start driving in Gaza. They drive for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And at some point, I remember that I thought that I'm not going back home. I thought maybe they tricked us or something. And I fell asleep inside the vehicle. And suddenly I wake up to the voice of hope. Many, many people cheering up. And I look up and I see thousands of people cheering. I see dozens, citizens cheering up, and many, many terrorists with guns and masks on their faces. And and we get out of the vehicle. We stand on this stage. Hamas, they do like this ceremony that's for the released hostages that are going back home. Two men also inside there that were without masks on, and I see them grabbing their faces and they're crying and crying and crying and crying. And at first I did not realize who they are, and then I realized that the Hamas terrorists they made them watch us being released while they stayed there. And then I go outside and I looked at the sky, and the sky, it was a rainy day. The sky was gray, but for me it was the sunniest day of the year. And I look at all the soldiers, and suddenly I see right in front of me the woman. Her name is Dalia. She's an officer of the army. And Dalia, she welcomes me back home, and she tells me, "Hey, my man, welcome back home. You're safe now. Everything is okay. So now see your parents." And I look at Daria and I tell her, "Can I please hug you?" And Daria, she gives me this amazing hug. And I mean so badly. And then we drive to Israel. There I get to this space, this army base, the Allied base. And there is this, they let me take a shower and I put on some new clothes. Then Dara tells me, Omer, I reached your parents again. And of course, same way. And I remember we sitting in the living room. They sit on the couch. And suddenly the door opens. And I can see my mom and my dad. They run up to each other. And me hug. Me crying and crying and crying. And see your head start cracking. And then I get to an helicopter. You tell that when we started the flight, I could see thousands of people, Israelis, holding up signs of welcome back home and cheering up for us. and I got to the hospital. Over there, I saw my brother and my sister here. Now, this was the happiest day ever having. It's happiness that you cannot explain. It's pure happiness, pure happiness. It's something really unexplainable. I cannot describe it. It's amazing, yeah. You can happy here can, but there were many messages. So they could experience the same thing.
Maya, your friend, is she alive?
Maya, she was Maya and Ikaida were shutting the legs. Maya's leg, I remember seeing the leg while we were kidnapped. I looked at Maya, and they grabbed Maya out of the car and they took her out. And I saw the leg, it was cut off. Yeah, it was hung by trees. And Maya, until today, she was released more than a year and a half ago. And Maya, until today, she's suffering from the injury. She's just been through her 9th surgery. Because while she was in Gaza, the what's called doctors over there, they stitched her leg back, but it was the other way around. So Maya, she just has to go through surgeries. But yeah, she's alive. You know, like until today, there is moments that I realize that I'm free. There is moments that suddenly it's like a smack on the face, you know, it's like it hits you in the face. That freak, you know, it's like that. I look around and I realize that I'm home and that I'm free. So I believe that each and every one of us there, yeah, purpose right. Yeah. For me, I believe that people have purpose in life. You know, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to buy stuff and, you know, to be like to spend money or whatever. Yeah. I believe that the real purpose in life is to help others. Is to do great things for others, for humanity, for whatever. So that's
What message would you like to leave to the world?
the message. First of all, Mr. Hostages. There are still 50 major hostages back in Gaza, still in Gaza. At least 20 of them are alive, at least 20. And they're going into taking the videos. You know, for me, for someone that was there, I know their pain. I know what they're going through every day. I know the feeling of being left. Yeah, it's so difficult. They have to love. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. You have to love. We have to spread the positivity. We gotta do something to make it all work, you know, because it's a crazy world. We have one chance.
De acordo com autoridades de Israel, cerca de 1.200 pessoas foram mortas na rave em que Omer foi capturado. Segundo a mídia local, algumas também teriam sido atingidas por militares israelenses. Em resposta ao ataque do Hamas em 2023, Israel lançou uma ofensiva massiva sobre a faixa de Gaza, com bombardeios aéreos, incursões terrestres e bloqueios. O objetivo declarado é destruir o grupo islâmico e assumir o controle da Palestina. Como resultado das operações de Israel, a Organização das Nações Unidas, a ONU, estima que 87% de Gaza seja uma zona militar. Até julho deste ano, o Ministério da Saúde local registrou mais de 60 mil palestinos mortos, principalmente crianças e mulheres. Além disso, aproximadamente 470 mil pessoas passam fome no território. O Gabinete de Segurança de Israel autorizou em 7 de agosto o plano do primeiro-ministro para ocupar integralmente a faixa de Gaza. O objetivo é evacuar todos os civis palestinos para os campos centrais e outras áreas até 7 de outubro.